Wildflower, Book 2, Chapter 1, Greyhound, 1983. Peering out the window as the bus pulls from the station in Monroe, Louisiana, I search for the Marleys' car. They have to still be here. Did they leave? I wipe my face on my arm, but my eyes are too clouded with tears to see anything clearly. No one runs after the bus to stop me, as I did when my sister and brothers left me all those years ago. I kind of wish they would. Maybe it would ease some of the pain I'm feeling inside. I'm not even sure why I'm feeling so sad when this is all I've ever wanted. I guess it's because I'm leaving the twins behind. But not only that, I'm leaving Mama too. I know that should make me the happiest person in the world, right? Well, it doesn't. I still feel sad. I guess it's because she's my mother, and no matter how horrible she's treated me, she's still my mother. Nothing could ever change that. I do feel guilty for leaving her while she's in the hospital, though. I wish I didn't have to. But I think God's the one who's been helping me with this plan. He has to be. It's just too perfect the way everything's panning out. I could have never left Mom if she'd been home. She had to go to the hospital because her headaches started coming back after she had a brain tumor removed. The doctor didn't seem worried, though. He just wanted to keep an eye on her for a few days, so I think she'll be okay. Well, here I am, on a bus, by myself. No Florida gang, and no twins. It's hard to believe that only 2 weeks ago I was having a sleepover in the backyard at Kim and Kay Marley's house. So much has happened since then. You know, if I didn't tell Kay all about the abuse, then I'd still be stuck with Mama for 2 more years at least. No way I'd stay with her once I graduated from high school. No way. I've been saving every cent I made from my job at Cutter's Corner to ensure that would never happen. It's her fault I told Kay anyway. She shouldn't have thrown one of her big fits right before the Marleys came to get me. The iron was the last straw. She's always throwing things at me, but an iron? Thank God it wasn't hot, but it still hurts so bad. It's her fault. I'm sick of always having to lie about her and cover for her. Always coming up with excuses for claw marks on my arms, or stories as to why my eyes are so red and puffy from crying all the time. She had to have known I would tell somebody at some point. Truthfully, even if I didn't say anything, the Marleys were bound to figure things out for themselves anyway. Mrs. Marley always questioned each and every little mark she ever saw on me. I swear, she was watching me through an invisible microscope, and I know she thought I was lying. The worst was when she saw bruises on my arm from a bite mark. I thought for sure she'd call me out right then and there once she saw him. We were in line for donuts after Mass at St. Pascal's when she noticed 2 half-circle bruise marks on my forearm. I thought they were faded enough to go unnoticed, but no, not to Mrs. Marley. She caught everything. I tried covering up all my marks, but it's so darn hot in Louisiana that it's impossible for me to keep a sweater on all the time. At least at school there's air conditioning, but not in the church hall. "Teresa, what happened to your arm here?" she asked. I usually had a quick answer for everything, but not this time. I pretended not to hear her by quickly changing the subject. "Scott did such a great job on the drums today, huh, Kim?" Kim had a crush on the drummer of the church band. "Yeah, wasn't he amazing?" she said. She held her hands to her heart and smiled. "Teresa," Mrs. Marley repeated. Crap, what am I going to say? I tilted my body at an angle so my arm was out of her sight. "Yeah? Teresa, what happened to your arm?" "Huh? Oh, nothing. My neighbor's dog bit me. He was just playing, though. He didn't mean to hurt me." "Please drop it. Don't ask anything else." "A dog, huh?" "Yeah." I hope she believes me. She has to. Who could believe a mother would bite her own child? I don't think even Mrs. Marley could imagine something like that. I kept my eyes glued outside the window as I thought about the first time I went to the San Francisco Greyhound bus station, back on August 27th, 1974, the day half my brothers and sisters headed back home to Florida. "Stop! Y'all can't leave me!" I shouted as I bolted after the bus. 5 of my siblings were squeezed against the window, shouting words that I couldn't hear from the outside. I could see their faces, though, their tears, their encouragement. They wanted me to catch up with them, I know they did, and I would have too if it weren't for that stupid bum screaming from across the street. My body felt heavy, as if I were transported back in time, sprawled against the filthy sidewalk after tripping on buckled concrete. The bus's taillights grew dimmer and dimmer in the distance, so clear as if it were yesterday. Crazy thing is, back then, I thought that was the worst thing that could ever happen to me. I mean, what could be worse than a summer vacation that ends with 5 of my siblings getting on a bus back home to Florida, leaving me behind with Mom, Rach, and the twins? Nothing, right? Boy, was I wrong. I had no clue what lay ahead of me. No clue at all. I wonder if anyone did. Did Daddy? That was a long time ago, though. Back when I was only 7. I'm 16 now, and it's been 2 years since we've left San Francisco to move to West Monroe, Louisiana. I'm getting ready to be a junior in high school now. Bishop Kinney High School, the same school Deborah and brother went to. None of the other kids in Florida went there because Daddy said the tuition was too high. To be honest, I'm not even sure why I wanted to go there so badly, but I did. I guess because it would be kind of weird not having religion in my life anymore. I've always gone to Catholic school, and have always been close to God. Not only that, with the way Mama makes such a big deal and what a great education we're getting, I definitely didn't want to screw that up. I still can't believe I'm going there, though. After the Marleys gave me that big ultimatum, saying either I could call my father in Florida to see if I could stay with him, or they were going to call Child Protective Services and have me taken from Mama, that's when I wrote a letter to the Monsignor at Bishop Kinney, Monsignor Logan. In the letter, I told him I was going to be moving back to Jacksonville. I didn't tell him all the crap about Mama or anything. I just promised I would get a job as soon as I got there and asked if he could give me a discount on tuition. I thought back to earlier in the morning as I sat on the front porch with the twins next to the 2 black garbage bags I had packed with my clothes. "Y'all can't tell Mama I'm not coming back. She'll be mad if she finds out that y'all knew," I said before the phone rang. I still can't believe Monsignor Logan called me. I guess I didn't know what to expect, but I knew I had to write that letter and give it a try. I was so embarrassed to ask. I thought I'd die when he was on the other line, but he told me not to worry about that. Instead, he said how proud he was of me. He was so impressed with my letter that not only was I accepted to Bishop Kinney, but he was going to make sure I'm placed in one of the top English classes. That's crazy. I'm going to be paying my own way to high school. Crap! What if I can't find a job? I hope it's not going to be as hard as it was in Louisiana. The inside lights on the bus dimmed as the sky transformed to darkness, interrupting my thoughts momentarily. I rubbed the inside of my neck, which was getting stiff from looking out the window the whole time. The guy sitting across the aisle from me snored heavily. Usually that would have bugged the heck out of me, but I didn't even notice it until now. My mind had gone to so many places since the bus took off. So many emotions flowed through me that I felt sick to my stomach. Each thought caused my belly to churn even more. Sadness for the twins, guilt for leaving Mama, excitement to be getting away, nervousness about going to a new school, and especially about paying my own tuition. Now I feel scared. Scared to be living with my father, a man I barely know anymore. I had only seen him a few short times in the 9 years I'd been away. He's become a complete stranger to me now. Ugh, I feel sick. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I placed my little stuffed bear against the glass window and leaned my head on it before finally drifting to sleep.